What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, and welcome to a new series, Riff Theory. I'm going to break down classic riffs, but talk about the why and the how. Why does our ear love it so much, and what musically is going on there, so maybe we can extract some of that secret sauce for our own powers. So I'd love to hear from you guys on other classic riffs. We're going to start with that opening Thunderstruck because it's an amazing riff. That riff is what inspired this series. I was thinking, why do I love that so much? It's a sequence of notes. What's actually really going on? And so I'm going to explain it right now. So what's going on there is it's an open B, and the whole riff keeps going back to a B note, right? Because we're using the open B string. And the other part, all of that, it keeps going note, B, do, da. The first three notes are open B, D sharp, and F sharp. If I just hear that on its own, not... That is a B major triad. That's a major chord. So if I took those same notes, a B note, a D sharp, F sharp, right here I have that classic F shape. Of a B major. So what we're hearing with really fast, we're hearing just a B major, but with very clever and wonderful sounding techniques. Okay, let's look at the next one. That has a darker sound to it. So the first note's still B, but the next note's an E natural. So, okay. So then the next is a G note. So if I just took these three fingers to play that three note sequence, what does that look like, folks? It looks like the shape of A minor, but it's been moved up. A minor, B minor, half step to C, D, E. It's an E minor triad. And that B note is not the root, it's the fifth. So when you're playing the B major triad, that B note is the root. But then when it switches to this, that B note is now the fifth of an E minor. And you can hear it. And so then that brings me to, okay, what's the feeling of a B major to an E minor? And it reminds me of like folk music from Europe, or just my initial feeling, right? So if I hear it's there, that feeling. But when we get to, and the song itself, Thunderstruck, is like, you know, classic blues rockin', AC/DC kind of tune. It doesn't have that folky element to it. Only that first sequence of chords does it do that. And in fact, now that I think about it, there's really no other AC/DC song that has a chord progression of... That's it. I don't think they've ever analyzed it, but that is what's going on. But so now let's check out this part. Once again, that's just still everything's going back to a B. So if I just go to this position again, the first note is an octave B, so all right, so that's really probably fits from a B major kind of thing. And then the next note is down here. So that's an A note. So that's kind of implying a B7. And so when it does go into, when it goes into that, and then it does that for the rest of the tune, it's now establishing more of a B7, which is a blues rock feeling. So when that opening riff happens, it's very dramatic, more, different sounds than they usually go for. But then they transition to still a pull off with the open B, but now right into a B7 line. And that's all. You could call that B Mixolydian. So you've got root 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3. And so the 4 is a B suspended fourth, sus4. Natural. So we're hearing B, 7, 6, 5, sus, natural, root 7, 6, 5, sus, natural. So if we just took that concept and completely went somewhere else with it, I'm going to do a G blues rock progression real quick, just so we can take something from this and go somewhere completely different. All right, I just came up with something, right? But now we're doing a blues, a G blues kind of thing. Well, let's mess around with that Thunderstruck concept, but with the open G string. And then let's take a look at the G minor pentatonic on the open G string. So 3, 5, and 7, and then up to 10 to 12. And then up to 15. So I just looked along that pentatonic. So AC/DC and European folk music. Who knew? I didn't. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. If you want to hear me break down the little theory of other classic riffs, let me know which ones you'd like to see in the comments below. Also, I appreciate you subscribing here to the channel. Thanks again for supporting. Hope to see you again.